Testing the mic, testing 1 2, test 1 2. Mic check, test 1 2. Happy with that?
Help us level the playing field. Sign the parliamentary petition today to fuel the growth and fund the game.
Well, believe it or not, it is already round 11 in this 2026 Senol NPL Victoria season. It kicks off here on a Friday night. Green Gully back at home for the second week in a row. This time they host the red-hot Oakleigh Cannons. And for Gully, they are simply desperate for points. They are perched on the bottom of the table with only 3 draws to show for their first 10 outings. And with the new coach in tow, Andy Vargas, for him, it's his second game in charge. And it didn't start well, going down 4-0 here to Preston last week. Oakleigh have won 5 consecutive games across all competitions. 3 of those have been in the league, and they had to use up all of the 120 minutes available to get it done in the Doherty Cup on Tuesday night, but they advanced through to the next round there as well. My name's Adam Sarikoglu. Pleased to be joining you on the NPL Victoria YouTube channel. And for Green Gully, Andy Vargas has rolled out 2 changes from the 11 that went down to Preston last week. Judd McDougall is in the starting 11 alongside Ilian Keithley, and making way 2 players out of the squad entirely tonight, Matthew Crooks and Tom Wendell, who was red-carded and gave away that penalty last week against the Preston Lions. Chris Taylor and the Oakleigh Chargers have brought 1 change from the team that also had a 4-0 result in the league. It was a 4-0 win against the Bentley Greens last week. Cam McGilp, who did score the last time these 2 teams met in NPL Victoria, is in the 11 tonight, and making way is Joe Ford. And there is more team news. Speaking of Joes for Oakleigh, Joe Knowles, who started in the Doherty Cup last week. Let's just stay with this for the moment. Early flag has gone up as immediately Oakleigh went on the attack out wide toward Joe Guest. Speaking of the Joes, Joe Ford is out of the lineup, but in comes Joe Knowles, the 2022 gold medal winner, who did start in the Doherty Cup on Tuesday night. He is potentially going to come on as a sub here this evening alongside his fellow gold medalist and fellow Joe Guest. And of course, he's the reigning gold medal winner, has won it twice. He's having another outstanding season, already 5 goals to his name in the league this year. McGilp will send an early ball in. And Kingsley Sinclair, who came off a good game as well last week against Bentley Greens, missing the header. We've got 3 matches in Senol NPL Victoria tonight. Not as stacked a schedule as we had 7 nights ago. It's getting really desperate for Green Gully. They have not won since the 4th of July last season. They fell away really badly late in season 2025. We're now 10 games, this being the 11th game of the new season, nearly at the halfway point, and they are winless. Judd McDougall going back to his keeper, Luka Robic, who places it out of bounds. New shirt number for Labib tonight, and the number 19 as opposed to the number 25. McGilp looking around. Brody Boyce, who scored in the 4-0 win against Bentley last week. But it's a Green Gully ball now. Ball forward from Reggae. Didn't quite come off, but they'll get a second chance here. McDougall. Ball forward from Oakleigh was ultimately neutralised. Hope in central midfield tonight. Keithley out for Bilal Habib. Didn't get it through to Keithley. Mention the fact that Cam McGilpin scored the last time these two teams met. 3-1 win for Oakleigh. It's been nearly a year since these two teams have met. That match was the second time they met last year. There was in late May, that fixture. It's been such slim pickings for Green Gully. Go all the way back to the 4th of July last year since their last win. That being the 4-1 win here against Melbourne Victory, which I believe I actually called that evening here at Green Gully Reserve. It's been a long time. But in the last calendar year, only 4 wins total for Gully in the league. Unless things drastically change and change relatively quickly from here, they're staring down the barrel of losing their place in the top flight. The place they've held for such a long time now. What can they muster against a genuine contender here tonight? Lockhead's ball was good out toward Kirkert. Hope sat deep in central midfield. Keithley gives it back to Hope. Out wide we go. Tom Manos wide his first touch of the night. So it's Bilal Habib on the left side, Kirker over on the right side. Keithley parked up front. Alongside Oscar Carlson. The penalty that was given away by Thomas Wendell last week happened relatively early in the game, and up until that point, Gully were doing well against a Preston side whose form has not been overly convincing of late either, it must be said, but Gully were keeping up with the Lions until it all just fell away so quickly, going down to 10 men. Early goal! Oh, it's happened so easily. Flicked back by Adam Juratovic. He's in form. He's scored here early for the Cannons.
Come on, Gully, come on!
Such an early blow for Gully. Adam Juratovic puts it away for what is his 6th goal of the season. Scored in the 4-1 Doherty Cup win against Sydenham Park on Tuesday night as well. Fixture in which Oakleigh took a while to really get going. That was 1-1 after 90. And in the extra period, Tras, Juratovic and Guest eventually put Sydenham Park away. Not too far away from here. And Oakleigh's adventures into Melbourne's northwest across Tuesday night and here tonight have been quite fruitful so far. An early goal here against Gully. Manos clearing out. Andy Vargas quite vocal on the touchline. Third man to Coach Gully this season after David Chick's departure.
You can do that instead of Hanky. Pass out your field.
Looping ball over the top. Labib was set the task. McDougall all over him. Labib still trying to win out, who ultimately got tripped up and then returned the favour. That was the foul. Michael Orliaris is in charge here tonight. Away with nowhere to go. McDougall flicked in board and ultimately turns back over to the Cannons. Sinclair driving it towards Juratovic. Oakleigh have been prolific throughout this season. They now have 24 goals to their name. They've scored at least 3 goals in each of their last 3 league fixtures. 23, by the way, that's the exact number of goals conceded by Green Gully coming into tonight. That's obviously now up to 24. Only 5 scored. They've also already been knocked out of the Doherty Cup. They were taken out in the previous round by the Goulburn Valley Suns. Did not feature in the most recent rounds of the Doherty Cup, the one through which Oakleigh advanced on Tuesday night. Andy Vargas just getting in the way of Kingsley Sinclair. Connor Hampson playing out wide. Juratovic over the top of the ball. He'll look to go again and score a second. It'll deflect out. They've earned a corner. It's looking ominous early here at Green Gully. A corner to be taken by none other than Joe Guest. Winston Diaz coming up toward the near post. The ball will go a bit further than that. Some confusion as Connor Hampson was put to ground. It's going to be a corner kick over on this near side. Joe Guest will take it quickly.
Hey, come! No fucking short ones! We haven't worked on it!
Don't know if you heard that instruction from Chris Taylor. No short ones. Another word in between all of that, which I won't repeat. But no short ones, that's the clear message. Luka Romic will clear out for Green Gully. Such an early blow for a team so desperate. Adam Juratovic scoring 6 minutes in. We are going to see a card here. The card going to Oscar Carlson. dead ball for Joe Guest. Could they double the lead?
Come on, Gully!
So early in this game. McGill played in, the header's missed. Nearly double for Adam Juratovic. Gully haven't had too many looks this deep so far. Kerr will not take the throw. Lockhead and Carlson in combination. And retreat goes all the way back to Jalil Regate. Kerr well surrounded by Navy Blue. Keithley let it go past. Will slowly roll into Tom Manos's box. Diaz was working hard to find Joe Guest in space and claim the throw. Everyone's pushed up here for Oakleigh. McGill for Hall. Strong. Thought it was going to be for Liston Diaz. It did eventually come to his feet. Guest caught him behind Olamawewe. Lockhead makes something happen for Gully. It's been awfully stagnant when they've had the ball. Combining with Keithley at the moment. The Oakleigh wall hard to penetrate though. And ultimately Sinclair will take it away. Hope goes in trying to win it back. Juratovic pushed off it. Late foul call. Just as Scott Lockhead was off to the races. Boyce and Hall from the back. McGill. The people are asking for the ball over on the right. Did that go out? It did. I hope for Gully's sake that early goal for Adam Juratovic, it wasn't a demoraliser. He's now 24 goals conceded in less than a half of a season. St Albans and Melbourne City coming up in the last two fixtures before we head into the return games for Gully. Oakleigh set to play Dandenong Thunder and Dandenong City. Here we go. Liston Diaz. Straight into Romic on the follow-up. Guest can't get any power behind it. Kifley tracked well, but Kifley still over it. It's out for a corner. Just a little bit of positivity for Green Gully.
It would have been if he called it, 100%. Would have been if he called it. It's worth asking the question.
It's the first corner of the night. Cuba to take it. Well tracked by Tommy Manos. Chris Taylor's been quite vocal in these early stages. Nearly 20 minutes in, they have got a 1-0 lead. Nothing going over on the right side. They'll try to left. But switch back over anyway. Boyce. As Labib makes the run. It's a high ball. Labib pushed out of it by Judd McDougall. That allowed Romic to come in and claim it. There you go, Cuba.
Just be aware.
One way then the other. Renegade. Eventually his target, who gets it back from McDougall. Tafiq away. Now Josh Hope. Gave it up a little too easily, but might still be okay for Gully. Lockhead stealing it away from Labib. Lockhead wanting to throw in quickly. Hope for Cuba. Carlson back to Cuba. Hope with a man on.
Oscar, come inside. Take it inside.
Where does Jalo Reggae go here? Lockhead. Kerr has moved in more centrally. He's gone up front to send Bilal Habib out wide. Oakleigh have wanted to move quickly on the fast break here tonight. It's causing all sorts of issues. Liston Diaz this time just stays in play as he cuts back in. Joe Guest got some sort of look at that cross. Who wins the aerial battle here? Eventually it is Oakleigh. Juratovic. Plays had to be stopped here. Green Gully player down. Some sort of incidents that did involve Adam Juratovic. First look at the video is not completely clear what's happened. Looks like it's Jalil Regate. He's taken some sort of contact from Adam Juratovic. It was completely incidental. Oakleigh drops the ball down to get things restarted. Kerr, Carlson on the back foot. Will be Green Gully's throw. Regate has returned. He's still favouring that right cheek. Must have been an incidental clip that he took from Adam Juratovic. Labib. McGill had to retreat all the way back to Manos. Drilling ball out wide. It was too much of a dart in the end. Below Habib here. Cuba was under pressure immediately. McDougall. Need to be careful here, Green Gully. McDougall in the one-on-one. Last touch was off him. Kingsley Sinclair won that battle well. Not sure if Guest intended to go back to Brody Boyce the way that he did, but it worked out. Brody Boyce scored his second goal of the season last week against Bentley Greens. Oakleigh might be looking to cash in against the other green team, if you will, in NPL Victoria. Labib, just inside the area. It's cut all the way across. A dangerous moment here. It was Diaz with the shot. McGilp on the follow-up would be nowhere near it, but Diaz had that chance to make it 2-0. Mr. Diaz, another one that's been impressive since making his way over from Port Melbourne and Avondale prior to that. 3 clubs in 3 years for Liston Diaz, searching for more opportunity. He's been excellent for Chris Taylor. Bromwich going right down the middle of Green Gully reserve. Kerr slipping away from his man eventually. Olamawewe. Regate and Olamawewe with nowhere to go right now other than to knock it around among one another. It's given up to McGilp, who's been really good tonight so far. Guest. Late release for Juratovic. Green Gully ball. Going to Michael Oliaris. Hope wins out against Guest. Sinclair not far away as well. McDougall's on the back foot. Green Gully's always pressured when it's locked in deep. Oakleigh have been somewhat relentless in their attack so far. 1 goal to show for it, approaching the half-hour mark. Hampson for Diaz. Will Sinclair keep this in? Labib. The cross in, it was an open net. If there was going to be any connection at all, it would definitely have been 2-0. Nothing coming for Juratovic. Hampson. Takes his own free kick after being fouled. Does Connor Hampson. Boyce. Libby. Oakleigh taking the space. Hampson. It's Diaz and Guest. Diaz kept the run going, but Guest's ball didn't have enough of a right angle on it. Ball did well to pick out McDougall. Look out. McGill comes flying in. Hope there to claim it for Gully. McDougall a little slow to get up, but all's okay. Can Lockhead make something happen for Green Gully? He's surrounded by blue, though. The initial block in from Diaz. Ultimately, it's turns back over again. It was Campbell Strong taking it away that time for Oakleigh. Cuba's ball going out wide. Kirk. 3 Oakleigh defenders in front of him at the end of the day. Campbell Strong gets fouled. Two Oakleigh players down at once. And one still down here. There's nothing clear on the footage as to what happened to Connor Hampson. He'll come over to the sideline. Chris Taylor hasn't been overly happy with the officiating so far here tonight. Oscar Carlson has a yellow card. And a caution we've seen so far from Michael Oliaris. Hampson. Kicked it straight into Kirk. Boyce and Hall. Hall will finally launch the long ball out wide for Liston Diaz. It was Joe Guest, the main marksman down the left side. Diaz now sliding into that role. Liston Diaz has had a chance to go begging tonight. Juratovic has missed a couple as well. That's the one he has scored. Kirko had a man on in the first touch. Let Connor Hampson in. Gully's throw in front of the main tunnel here.
It can't be a normal referee, can it? They just give him a bit of a practice.
Hampson ball didn't come off. Now Cuba handing it over to McDougall. Nothing has gone Ilan Kifley's way so far tonight. That ball was wayward. Lebib. For Kingsley Sinclair, it'll get away from him. And again, Green Gully seemingly completely stifled. Josh Hope, who just feels like he's so out of position. He won't be a part of this run unless he pushes forward now. Below Habib, that whistle took a while, but did go eventually. Hope's now pushed up, making a run toward the corner flag that gets ignored by Carlson. Cuba gets it back from McDougall. Joe Guest all over him. Reggae, look out. Joe Guest was lurking. Lockhead. Kifley's swapped with Kerr going out wide. It's Gully's turn to press here. Can they generate a chance? Mentioned earlier the fact that Green Gully had only won 4 games in the last calendar year. By that, of course, I do mean that last 12 months since tonight. Cuba. Andy Vargas and his assistants all want a corner, and they won't get it.
Can you explain to me what the double noise is? Did you hear the double noise or not? Yes or no? Did you hear the double noise?
Andy Vargas is arguing that they heard a double noise. The fourth official is Lars Pantelides, who has been a busy man over on the touchline so far tonight. No corner in the end for Green Gully. Hampson. They'll take a corner. Top spot is available to Oakleigh tonight. South Melbourne in battle against Melbourne City, and that game is at 1-1. Same kick-off time as ours. So if Melbourne City does Oakleigh a favour, they'll finish the night on top of the table if they can get the points here. McGilp gets put down in the box, waved off by Michael Oliaris. Josh Hope now. Just had to wait. There was nothing on offer up ahead. Below Habib went quickly to Kerr. A little too quickly. Labib's able to get back to Manos, and Oakleigh can clear out. Strong attack on the ball is applauded for Judd McDougall by his coaching staff. Oakleigh coming into tonight just 1 point behind South Melbourne. Amazing that South are on top of the table with how busy their schedule has been. Of course, they did meet only a couple of weeks ago, but it was that fixture where South decided to, or maybe were forced rather, to play pretty much entirely under 23s. And Oakleigh took care of business pretty easily in that fixture. South will have more decisions to make with the next round of the OFC Pro League. They've got a match against Heidelberg mixed in all of that. That's going to be awfully difficult for Hallis. We'll refocus, though, back on these two teams out here tonight. And below Habib's ball doesn't work out. Juratovic. Strong. Hope. Loses out. Joe Guest, who could probably take his time, although he did like the look of where Sinclair was. It's come in, flying across Juratovic. No connection. Gully will take the goal kick. Oakleigh have only dropped 8 points this season. Winston Diaz. No issues for Luka Romic. And 2 losses and 2 draws. I guess that would make it 10 points dropped for the season. Gully have dropped all but 3 available to them. Winston Diaz. Guest. That's a marquee matchup against Josh Hope. Ball was left behind. It stopped dead. Lockhead against Guest. Green Gully do win out eventually. Kerr, really wasteful ball forward that Diego Cuba couldn't capitalise on. They've been shifting the magnets around up front. Kerr central right now. Keithley shifted out to the right side. Sinclair attacking the back post. It's as if the MO for CT side just keep blasting forward, keep applying the pressure on Gully, and eventually you'll capitalise. They've got just the 1 goal right now to their names here tonight. Damage was done in the first half last week against Bentley Greens. 3 goals to half-time. Adam Juratovic scored relatively early in the second for that 4-0 win. 4-0 or 4-1, a really common scoreline for both of these sides across the whole competition of late. Jordan Hall. McGill. Labib looking at where he can place that ball. Hope reclaims it for Green Gully. Ball will not get through to below Habib. Sinclair. Labib. His ball is blocked by Reggae. Labib working hard to keep it in play. He's done really well in the end. As Joe Guest will come over. Azos Pantelides is soon going to confirm the out of time. The instruction to Joe Guest after the last corner from CT was no short ones. No short option available. Just tipped by Luka Romic. 2 minutes confirmed. In addition to end this first half. The next corner will be taken by Kingsley Sinclair instead of Joe Guest. Oakleigh looking to double the advantage. As I said, they did score in stoppage time at the end of the first half against Bentley last week. Actually scored in the stoppage time of the second half of the extra time period on Tuesday night as well. After the 105th minute, Juranovic's goal in the Doherty Cup. It's gone in again. Juranovic has 2 tonight. It had been flicked on. Juranovic was in the right spot on the goal line just to put it away. The knee slide toward the corner flag to celebrate his second goal tonight. His third of the week. And 7th of the season in NPL Victoria. Another first half stoppage time goal. For Oakleigh. And Juranovic, as I just mentioned, he did that in the extra half hour after the 90 on Tuesday night. In the stoppage time of that first half period, he scored his goal on Tuesday. He's done it again here tonight. And a 2-0 lead for Oakleigh. At half-time, Adam Juratovic has scored both goals. Stay with us on the NPL Victoria YouTube channel. Second half coming up after this break. Welcome back to Green Gully Reserve Round 11 action in Senol NPL Victoria, and it's a 2-0 lead for Oakleigh over Green Gully. My name's Adam Sarikoglu. We're just about set for the second half, and there has been a halftime substitution by Andy Vargas. Tafiq Olamawewe is out of the game. Amanhom Karmas has come in and will slot in at the central right back position alongside Jalil Reggae in this second half. It's Adam Djuratović's double that has not only Oakleigh up 2-0, but Adam Djuratović now is top of the charts in the league's goal scoring tables now, outright first on that with his 7th goal of this season. And he's on a hat-trick. Green Gully could barely fire a shot in the first half. Tom Manos didn't have much to do at all. And they could barely get a clean look at goal, let alone a decent shot on target. Gully. Lockhead out wide for McDougall, who will claim the throw at the halfway line. Kerr. Josh Hope asking for it just up ahead. Kerr decided to take space centrally. Below Habib. Guest. Too long for Liston Diaz. Carlson taking the throw for Green Gully. Three draws and 7 losses for Green Gully this season. No wins in the league since July last season. Four wins in the last 12-month stretch. Oakleigh looking for their 6th consecutive win across both the league and the Doherty Cup. Carlson. And pressure from Diaz resulting in the turnover. Djuratović comes in. The sliding effort from Cuba enough to worry Djuratović out of it. Keithley did well. Back to the safety of McDougall. Reggae. Amanhom Karmas, a halftime substitution on for Tafiq Olamawewe. That would appear to be a tactical move by Andy Vargas. No apparent injury concern for Olamawewe. It's Keithley on the outer side. It's given up far too easily. Back to Joe Guest. Lebib. Diaz. Turning around, nothing ahead. Took some heavy contact from Karmas. Cuba doesn't find Kerr.
He was right there. He was right there.
Diaz. Juranovic is on a hat-trick. He's only going to beat the keeper. He gets put down, and the ref has pointed to the spot. The chance for 3-0 for Oakleigh early in this second half. Luka Romic takes a yellow card as well. May have felt like he had no choice. And it'll force Oakleigh to convert from the spot. It's in the hands of Joe Guest. He's trying to keep pace with Adam Juranovic. Both came in to tonight's fixture with 5 league goals to their name. It's Joe Guest versus Luka Romic. Was the yellow card worth it for Romic? We're about to find out. It was. He saves it. Juranovic on the follow-up. He's got his hat-trick. Oh, wow. Luka Romic saved the penalty, and Adam Juranovic was there to pounce. And what a night for Adam Juranovic. It's a killer for Gully. An absolute killer. What a finish as well. Adam Juranovic gets a hat-trick within 51 minutes of this game kicking off. Complete silence around Green Gully as he put it away. It's another long night at the office for the Cavaliers. They're not going to let up either. Labib overruns it. Desperation from Bilal Habib there. Michael Oliaris has stopped play here. The Oakleigh player is down.
No, I just asked if you want to train
The trainer's going to be waved off. It was Cameron McGill bleeding with the head. Sinclair. Labib. They're looking for the fourth. Juranovic and Liston Diaz sprays it. Juranovic wanted to create another highlight. Why not? He's feeling himself tonight. Romic did get through to Lockhead. Josh Hope. Well, that's Lockhead now, so it's hard to spot the difference between Lockhead and Oscar Carlson at times. especially with shirt numbers that you pretty much can't see. That's been a common issue across many years for Green Gully. They certainly don't make kit design choices that are commentator friendly, I must admit. Here's Juranovic. Denied by Kerker this time. Desperation from Liston Diaz. Just marking the intensity that Oakleigh have brought to Keilor Downs tonight. Their fourth consecutive league fixture where they've scored at least 3 goals, Oakleigh. Adam Juranovic is now the league's leading scorer. He might not be done at 3 tonight either. Guest. You'll get a second crack. You know, just bounce off his shin. And the throw goes Green Gully's way. Lockhead. Kerr. Carlson back to Karmas. Luka Rumic, who took down Dradovic as he made his first attempt on the hat-trick. Saved the penalty off the boot of Joe Guest. But guess who was there to pounce and put it away anyway? Juranovic with all 3 goals here tonight. The shirt being pulled by Cam McGill. He just gave Liston Diaz a bit of a bake. Lockhead. Keithley. Kerr. Nowhere to go. Carlson. Karmas, the half-time substitute. A rare touch for Tom Manos. The goal difference for Oakleigh was already quite healthy. It was plus 10. Coming into tonight's fixture. Diaz. Romic collecting. And the plus 10 goal difference was a league high coming into round 11. It's even better now at plus 13. We've only conceded 13 goals this season. Defensive record not quite as good as those of South Melbourne and Heidelberg. And even Bentley, who they took apart last week. Hope. Lockhead. Kerr to his right, Keithley to his left. His first task was to get past Strong, which he did. Was it handled in the area, waved off by Michael Oliaris. Hope stretching, but couldn't trap the ball. Below Habib. He's targeting Ilian Keithley. It's cleared out. It's turned over cheaply. Diaz. And Juranovic, who tried to play in Joe Guest. He didn't have much time to control the ball through on the diagonal. Here's Keithley. Kerr. Trying to find a way around Hampson. Still Kerr. Fallen over just outside the area. Seemed to go down relatively easily. Michael Oliaris didn't want to blow the whistle at all. I think rightly so as well. McGill missing Diaz. Carlson. Good effort by Kerr to keep the ball alive. The way things are going tonight, there's 3 matches in NPL Victoria. If you were to look at the live ladder right now with the scores happening around the grounds, Oakleigh are your new league leaders. South have gone down 2-1 against Melbourne City. That game kicked off the same time as ours, so as it stands, that result would put Oakleigh at the top of the table. Going to have another stoppage in play here. Cam McGilp put down twice in that last passage of play. There's a change coming for Green Gully. Nathan Symes is going to come on. And Elian Kifley, who has had a frustrating night, will make his way off after the hour mark here. Nathan Symes has scored a goal this season for Gully.
Substitution for Green Gully is coming off number 17. Elian Kifley being replaced by number 18, Nathan Symes.
Cam McGilp is going to come back on momentarily. Winston Diaz didn't find the target. The throw from Hampson. Cuba. Hope was surrounded, but he escaped. Got bowled over as he sent the ball wide to McDougall. A high ball coming in. As the ball's in flight, the whistle goes. Not happy that an advantage, or the lack of advantage given to Green Gully. The card has been given to the Green Gully assistant coach, who's been quite vocal alongside Andy Vargas for much of the night. They do get their free kick in a pretty good spot. Michael Oliaris is going to come over now to confirm that yellow card. So both coaching staffs have been frustrated with the officiating here tonight. Sent yellow card has just been handed to one of the Green Gully assistants. Can they make something happen? And could it come from this set piece? It goes straight into the wall. And about sums things up for Green Gully. Lockhead. Kerr.
I'll let you know when. I'll let you know when. Not yet. Not yet.
Takes his throw quickly. Cuba. Lockhead. Hoping a more familiar position right now, just at the top of the box. It did fall to Cuba. He went wide. Ball came to him pretty quickly.
All good.
And he's a big name who was about to come on. He made his return to Oakleigh in the Doherty Cup on Tuesday night. He's about to come on here in the league. It's none other than Joe Knowles, who's not far away from being subbed in here. Played the first half last week, or early this week in the Doherty Cup against Sydenham Park. He's about to make his return to league action for the Cannons. I believe it would be Oakleigh's first change of the night. Carlson. Stopped and came to a full halt. Cuba out wide to Reggae. Kerr. Amanhom Karmas. McDougall below Habib. Labib tracked him all the way. Brody Boyce killed it off. It stayed in play. Guest. Still Joe Guest. Great ball out to Hampson. And look at the space that's on offer for Connor Hampson. Lister Diaz has been threatening all night. First time cross in. It's booted away into the car park for an Oakleigh corner. Joe Knowles still waiting to come on. Joe Guest with another Oakleigh corner. Haven't had many at all in this second half. They had a few in the first. Out swinging ball from Joe Guest. Juratovic was ready to load up. Did load up. Was Campbell Strong. Here's the change that sees Joe Knowles re-enter the fray at league level for the Oakleigh Cannons. And it's going to be Kingsley Sinclair that makes way. The 2022 gold medal winner. He is back into the action for Oakleigh. After playing a half in the Doherty Cup on Tuesday. Would be completely shocked if that's the only substitution we see from Chris Taylor tonight. Lockhead. McDougall. Back to Jalil Reggae. The target was Kerr. The recipient was Connor Hampson. Manos. Slightly pressured ball out of the direction of Juratovic. Going to be reclaimed by Amanhom Karmas. Hope has been all over the park tonight for Green Gully. And this has been where we've seen him most. Perched in central defence. Here he is, out to Carlson. Kurt.
Good corner. Different class corner. Good foul.
Trying to make a move on Hampson. Went back to Karmas eventually. Judd McDougall in board for Cuba. Reggae. Carlson over on the right side. The ball is going to reach him. That was the most promising build-up we've seen all night from Green Gully. They get a corner out of it. It'll be taken by Scott Lockhead. Here's Diaz. Liston Diaz. He's earned his chance at a goal tonight. Can he get the shot away? He can! 4-0. Outstanding. Liston Diaz with a bit of class. And it's that all too familiar scoreline. 4-0. Liston Diaz with 5 goals to his name. He has been outstanding tonight. Just the amount of time that he had to get the right look. And from range, put it away. The man that's bounced around the league in recent times. Last year, Port Melbourne's captain. And ended up being the season ended in relegation, obviously, for the Port Melbourne Sharks. And he celebrates as the ball comes off Kurt. Even the little wins mean a lot to Oakleigh here tonight. Last week in round 10, in both of these two teams' fixtures, the final score was 4-0. Don't know if our FX mics picked it up, but as Liston Diaz's goal went in, you heard, well, I heard Andy Vargas lament the fact that, again, 4-0. Yeah, the ball was handled by Connor Hampson there. No, it wasn't by Connor Hampson. It was by his opponent. Maybe I did say it wrong. Below Habib. All the way back to Judd McDougall. How much more damage could Oakleigh inflict here tonight? As it stands, they're going to be your new league leaders. Because South Melbourne are down against Melbourne City. Adam Juratovic, who has 3 goals to his name, is the league's leading scorer. Strong. It's great to have Joe Knowles back out there. Here's Knowles. It's a 3rd touch in this possession. Might get a 4th. On the ball, Joe Knowles right now for Oakleigh. Diaz, a little flick back. Lebib. who's been in scoring form of late as well. And there will be more changes for Chris Taylor. They might be clearing the bench in one hit here, Oakleigh. It looks like they are going to clear the bench. There's going to be 4 changes for the Cannons. CT is clearing the bench in one hit here. 4 players stripped and ready to go. Hello, Habib's moved over to the right side, incoming. Hello, Habib and Kirko have switched wings. So, Jacob Trutt, Mark Pethriotis, James Georgiou, and Brandon Giatrini are all going to come on. In the live table, Oakleigh are now leading. If this result stands, first player off is Connor Hampson. The second one is Cam McGilp, who's been in the wards tonight. Third one will be Brody Boyce. And it looks like the last one will be the game's most recent goal scorer, Liston Diaz, who had an outstanding night. And the bench has been cleared by Chris Taylor. The only move left available is if he wants to swap keepers. Zach Bowling, the backup keeper, to Tom Manos. Oakleigh are the team in NPL Victoria right now. Haven't lost since round 5. 4th consecutive league win coming up. Another high-scoring result for them coming up. Adam Juratovic is now the leading scorer in the league with his hat-trick here tonight. He hasn't been subbed off either, so he could get more. Carlson takes the throw quickly. It's given straight up to Joe Guest, and it was a handball call as Joe Guest tried to take it away from Amanham Kamas. Andy Vargas arguing to Los Pantelides that it was a deliberate handball from Joe Guest. I'll ask the question, why would he do that? And the score is 4-0. Josh Hope. Hope gets it back from Lockhead. Symes took it all the way back to Regate. Carlson. It's been nothing pretty about it for Green Gully tonight. Kerr will be tonight here. Had no space to work in. Juratovic pushed out of it. Fair from Regeg. Karmas to Carlson. Josh Hope. He's covered a lot of yardage tonight, Josh Hope. He's got no help. That'll come as no surprise to any Gully fans watching. He did earn the foul in the end. He's battled hard, Josh Hope, playing out of position. There is just nothing working right now for the Cavaliers. Balou Habib tried to zigzag his way through. Jordan Hall happy to concede the throw. Still a Green Gully ball. Kerr, Labib challenges heavily. Clear foul. Doesn't look like Michael Oliaris is willing to dish up a yellow card to Labib. He's in form, Labib. He's been in the NPL Team of the Week last 2 weeks. Another chance for Gully. Previous free kick went straight into the wall. That was from the top of the box. Lockhead leaving it behind. Pethriotis is off to the races. Mark Pethriotis still over the ball. Juratovic is lurking. Pethriotis went for it himself. It'll be a yellow card shown to Joe Knowles. Andy Vargas arguing it should be a red card. Bentney going in for Joe Knowles. That's why it's only yellow. Here's the explanation being given by Lazaros Pantelides to Andy Vargas. Another 4-0 result as it stands. Adam Juratovic with 3 goals here tonight. Goals in the 6th. First minute of stoppage time in the first half and 51st minutes. Liston Diaz. And scored from outside the box about 10 or 12 minutes ago. He's since been subbed off. Great night for Liston Diaz. If it wasn't for the hat-trick for Adam Juratovic, he may well have had man of the match honours, Liston Diaz. Here is Juratovic. Working defensively. Knowles surrounded by green and white. Below Habib's trying to find some space. Long range ball for Kerr. He's cut off. Brandon Giatrini cutting it off for Oakleigh. Josh Hope, he had Joe Guest closing in quickly. Sends Guest the other way. Beep down to Carlson. Diego Cuba has got a shoulder injury as he passed that ball off. He's gone down. He's got a left shoulder concern. He was staying on his feet for a while. He's being told to go down by both teammates and his coach. Does Diego Cuba have to come out? Looks like he will. That's a shoulder injury. That's going to force him out of the game. By the looks of it, Cooper Head's going to come on for Green Gully.
Want a clean sheet here. Come on. Yep, I'm good.
Lockhead. It's taken away by Strong. Joe Knowles out wide, working hard to meet this ball. He did meet it. Maybe he didn't. Maybe it went out of bounds. At the touchline, looks like that's what's happened. 4 minutes left in regulation. A familiar scoreline for both of these teams. Oakleigh 4, Green Gully 0. Kerr. Back to Carlson. Gully have not come close to firing away a decent shot to test Tom Manos tonight. Kerr out wide for Bilal Habib. They have swapped flanks. Bilal Habib. He's beyond the reach of the new man out there, Cooper Head. Local derby for Green Gully coming up next Friday night. They'll be hosting St Albans Dynamo. And it's Melbourne City and Heidelberg after that for Gully. The still winless Green Gully. Lockhead. A little shove coming from Pethriotis. He had no help. Djuradovic. He's looking for a fourth goal. Adam Djuradovic. Late. Yeah, it was a really late contact. Somewhat late whistle. Yellow card has been shown. Andy Vargas wants to know who called it.
I'll give him my input.
You called it from here and he's 5 meters away. He didn't call it.
Djuradovic is being attended to right now.
That's an influence. He didn't call it.
It was a late whistle. Andy Vargas, you might be able to hear this.
You're 30 meters away. You're 30 meters away. He's 5 meters away. He doesn't call it, but you do. You're 30 meters away. He's 5 meters away and doesn't call it, but you do.
It's more effort going into this argument than there has been perhaps from some of the Gully players tonight from Andy Vargas.
How can you make the call from behind 30 meters away and he's 5 meters away and doesn't make the call?
Nearly everyone at Keilor Downs can hear this right now. You can no doubt hear this at home. Free kick to be taken by Joe Knowles. Kicked it straight into Cooper Head. Here's Kerr. Just need a goal here, Gully. Kerr gets bowled over. No foul. Mark Pethriotis. Looping ball over the top. It's 5-0. Djuradovic has 4. And Oakleigh have 5.
How can that not be a foul here, man? Yeah. He was already falling. But you can call the one 30 metres away, and he's 5 metres from you.
Lazaros Pantelides is under siege at the moment.
Don't talk to me like that.
Jalil Regaig is now providing his input. The Green Gully bench have been vocal for quite a while now. All that matters is that it's Oakleigh 5, Green Gully 0. None of the verbal tirades are going to make a difference to what we've seen here. The league leaders have sunk the boots in to the team at the bottom of the table. Adam Djuratovic, what a night for him.
3 total. So
There were 3 minutes added on after that goal was scored. Josh Hope. The officiating is the least of Green Gully's concerns. Lockhead. Carlson. Guess lets it go for Djuratovic. Pethriotis storming down toward the touchline. Carlson tracked it with him. It'll be his throw. Oakleigh clinical as always tonight. The two Dandenong teams up next in their set of fixtures before we turn for the second half of the season. It'll be at home to Dandenong Thunder next Friday night, and then away fixtures against Dandenong City, Preston and Altona Magic. Green Gully corner. CT wants a clean sheet. Arnos going up for it. It is cleared out. Pethriotis surrounded by 2 Green Gully players. Michael Liaris puts this one to an end. Oakleigh is the league leader in NPL Victoria. And he's notwithstanding one fixture that is still to be completed, but South Melbourne is down to Melbourne City. That's a 2-1 scoreline at the 90 there. Adam Djuratovic, what a night. 4 goals. And he's the leading scorer now in NPL Victoria. Liston Diaz with the other goal here tonight. A missed penalty for Joe Guest as well, but that was knocked in on the follow-up by Adam Djuratovic. That one completed the hat-trick. And we are done from Green Gully Reserve. What a statement. And what will come of this after Oakleigh demolishes Green Gully? It's turned out to be first versus last, and the scoreline is reflective of that. We're done here from Keilor Downs. The final score, Green Gully 0, Oakleigh Cannons 5.